putting in an RV airflow system. And yes, you should be turning your air conditioner off before you start this. See these gaps? Honestly, this one looks a lot better than the one in my bedroom, but we can make it better. These long lag bolts are 5/16, y'all. Now you can really see some of the gaps. We're gonna fix all that. Down here in South Louisiana, we spend a lot of time on the coast or the beaches in the southern states. In the summertime, AC is precious. So you can see that wall now. I've taped all around the edges here, sealed off all up here, sealed the corner good where this wire was coming through this corner, and now I'm just going to work my way all the way around and make sure everything is sealed up good. Even this, I mean, anywhere, I'm probably going to cut this to where I can get these wires through and then tape around them. This big gap here, you just got to clean up any little place precious AC can get lost. I am overlapping these edges here to seal it off, and the trim plate down there will cover up all that, so you can see where the bolt holes all go to know how much you can overlap. So now we have the new ducts. And what you're gonna do is start with the yellow side. Peel it off. That didn't work so well. Perfect. And then stick it down. Right around this piece of duct. And I just snip off the excess. There, and let's go to the next one. Same thing. Return. I'm not sure why, but they say this edge faces away from the return. I don't really know what difference that makes. That's what the directions say. And they fit right in, and it does leave a gap. That's by design. All right, so I am gonna have to trim this one. I think that's perfect. Just another thing. That is your air return right there. You would think there would be some kind of hole where all the cables would chase through, instead of stuffing all this shit in your air return to block up the amount of air that can go through the return. That's some silly business. This can be the hard part now. I'm just testing right here. To see if I can get lined up. On my holes here. This is where there might be some language unsuitable for young folks. let's see how long we can hold our arms above our head before we get real tired. I wonder if this might work. And it says don't over tighten them. I have this set to 14, but I'm not even gonna go that tight with it. They have the little gaskets in there, so I don't think this is as big a deal. But I got a whole roll of tape. And I've got these things started, which is the hard part. I'm not sure why I wouldn't want to just close off some of these gaps. And if you're a fingernail biter, I would tell you to go ahead and give yourself 1 week of lead time and don't bite a fingernail, because peeling this tape can be a pain. People that don't know a ton about AC units and how they work, I've covered up the intake, the exhaust with the RV airflow systems. This is the intake. A lot of people will open the dump valves to where it doesn't go through the ducts and it just dumps right here. And if your camper is very hot, like when you first get there, that's okay. But basically what your air conditioner is made to do is the air that's going in here, it's made to try to cool it. What's coming out of here, cool it down 20 degrees. So if you got 100-degree air coming in here, you should get 80-degree air coming out of here, and as the air inside cools, the air going in here gets cooler. So if you got 70-degree air going in here, you should have roughly 50-degree air coming out. Well, you can get 50-degree air coming out of there, and if you have those dumps open, it blows that 50-degree air out right here, and your intake is right here, so it does what is called short cycling. That means that cold air comes out and goes right back in, and if it cools 50-degree air down roughly 20 degrees, you're talking 30 degrees, which is below freezing, and that's what causes your AC to freeze up. So if you have a ducted system, once you get it cooled down, it's best to run it through the ducts. And this, with the RV airflow system and this extra taping that I'm doing, I'm completely closing off any leaks, because there was a little gap up there, and I know there's a gasket, but cold air could seep through and short cycle. I doubt it would have been enough to cause any problems, but short cycling's not a great thing. And I am no AC guy, but I have had ice dump out on my camper bed because of that. So it only takes once and you learn some stuff. I think I said I wasn't gonna run it down this tight, but fixing to show you. Ouch. Here I'm set at 45 inch-pounds. Oh, jeez. See. Whoa. 45 inch-pounds is tighter than you think. And the plate that goes behind it doesn't go back in, which is a good thing, because it restricts a lot of airflow. I would say good as new, but that's better than new. Now let me get all this picked up before the wife sees her new RV in this kind of condition.